Welcome to Drive Time with KJ. I'm your host, KJ Bell. This is the show where I get in my car and I start driving and I talk about things. Today, we're talking about why dentists are awful. So here we go. Okay, I have to get out of this parking lot. I have made a mistake at this exact pump once before where there's a very narrow space here and I tried to get through it and I thought I could make it and I could not quite make it. So there is now a red scratch along one side of my car. So that's fun. So the first thing about dentists is they are just objectively awful to schedule an appointment with, right? And even like you'll go to the appointment and they'll want to schedule the next one at the one that you're at, right? And that always drives me a little crazy because it's like, how am I supposed to know what I'm doing on a Tuesday afternoon at 1 p.m. in 6 months? My schedule has never been consistent enough for me to know these things, right? So I just pick a time and I'm like, sure, I guess that'll work, fine. And then if you can't make that, you have to reschedule it, and then it can sometimes take months to get it rescheduled. And once again, you play that dance of, well, I don't know, in 3 months, I don't know. I guess that'll just be my dentist day. I guess I'll take off work and that will be my dentist day. But then sometimes they'll call you randomly on like a Friday afternoon and be like, hey, we had a cancellation. Can you get here 2 minutes ago? And you're like, well, I guess I can, sure. I can creep forward. I can turn right. What is this person doing? What are they doing? There's a lot of fuckery going on over there. There's been like 7 times I could have turned if these people were using their turn signals. Although, to be fair, I don't usually trust people. They say they're turning, but are you? And this is one of those lights. This is one of those lights that it always gives a left arrow when I'm not in the left lane. And that makes me insane. And you'll sit in the chair, and the hygienist makes a huge difference. Not only in the comfort, because some of them can be rough. Some of them are nice and gentle. They do the cleaning and it's nice. And then others are like, who trained you? What dental school taught you these torture tactics? Right? I often will get, because of the tension of holding my jaw open, and with the wrong hygienist, I will leave with this horrendous headache behind my right eye. I right behind, I hate it. And I have found in my experience, the more bubbly and nice they are as you're sitting down, the worse of a torturer they are. Right? If I want a hygienist that is nice and gruff to me and then sits me down, and those are the most gentle ones that I have had. And I have this with the dentist, I have the same thing that I have with people who cut my hair. I'm like, please do the thing. Please don't talk to me. Please don't ask me what I do. I don't want to talk about it. And also, why are you trying to talk to me with your stuff in my mouth? You're scraping the shit out of my teeth and you're expecting me to tell you what I do for work? What? I also, before I moved to Los Angeles, I went to the same dentist from the time I was a small child. So for 20 years, I went to this dentist. And for a large chunk of that time, I felt bad because I felt like I always got the same hygienist who remembered me, and I could not remember her at all. Every time. It's like, oh, how are things? How's this going? Great. What's your freaking name again? I felt bad. It made me feel like a terrible person. And I don't like feeling like a terrible person. I might be, but I don't like to feel like it. Oh, what pretty flowers this lady has. Trader Joe's bag. She's walking a long way. Well, admirable. A long way. We're in Los Angeles. A long way here is like a block in New York City. Also, am I the only one who sits in a dental chair and then seems to lose complete control over their tongue? Like, I can move it any way that I want to move it when I'm not sitting in a dentist chair. And then I sit down And suddenly it's not under my control. They're like, can you move it out of the way? And I'm like, yes. And then it moves it's like when you get hit with something in a video game and it reverses the controls on you for a minute. That's what it feels like with my tongue in a dentist chair. It drives me crazy. And then there comes, the actual cleaning, and there's the scraping of the metal on teeth. I already have a thing about metal in my flesh, and teeth is awfully close to flesh, and just the sound and the feeling. And like I said, I get that headache, I get that pain right behind my eyeball that feels like a golf ball behind my eyeball, and I don't like that. Also, it's like they're poking you with metal, and then they're like, your gums are really bleeding. Oh gee, are they? Really? Oh, hey, I just stabbed you 17 times in the chest, and you seem to really be bleeding. Oh, no shit, Sherlock. And why do we even try with the floss dance anymore? I mean, really, we both know I haven't been flossing. We both know this. Why do we do this to each other? You're going to look at me, you're going to say, have you been flossing regularly? And I will look at you in the face and I will say, absolutely, yes, I've been flossing every day for the past 2 weeks. For the 2 weeks leading up to this appointment, I've been flossing every day. You know I'm lying. I know you know I'm lying. Why do we continue to lie to each other? Just don't even ask me. We need a don't ask, don't tell policy about flossing at the dentist. That's what we need. Wasn't good for the gays in the military. That was a problem. We need to institute it for the dentist. Okay? Don't ask, don't tell. I did not want to turn down this street, but apparently there is a dog park coming to this park soon. Looks like they might be taking away tennis courts to do so. Ooh, that seems like it might have been controversial. X-rays. I feel like they take X-rays every time, and they're so expensive. And it's like, how much could my teeth have changed in the 6 months since you've seen me? You took my wisdom teeth years ago. I have never had a cavity. How different can it be in there? Do we really need to do this again? But apparently we do. I mean, outside of the anxiety dream I have every once in a while where all of my teeth fall out, I see no reason why you have to put that weird little plastic, that thing, just the spacer. It reminds me of those things that they used to put in pizza boxes. You know, the little plastic table thing? Why you have to put that in my mouth and bombard me with radiation? I don't see why we need to do this. Yes, that one weird baby tooth that I still have is hanging on. It's fine. We're good. I do. I have one baby tooth still hanging in there because it didn't have a tooth under it. I'm a medical marvel. And that is true. I've never had a cavity in 35 years. One side of my family my mom's side of the family has horrendous dental hygiene. Like, my grandfather had to have all sorts of surgeries and things done on his teeth. My dad's side of the family, like, remarkably good dental hygiene, and for absolutely no reason. Like, I have uncles who, like, just don't brush their teeth, but have never had a cavity. Like, no regular toothbrushing regimen, and they're fine. Because I didn't have insurance when I first moved here. I didn't go to the dentist for 5 years. 5 years it took me to get to the dentist, because even after I got the insurance, no, it wasn't 5 years. I think it was 7 years. I didn't go to the dentist between the time when I moved to LA. And I was brushing. I was doing all the things that you do, right? I was being good, but I didn't go. And I was concerned about that. It was like, I haven't been to the dentist in 7 years, because it took me forever to get insurance, and then the anxiety of, like, making an appointment, and you know how hard and finding a new dentist. That was another thing. I was like, I don't want to find one. So I had dental insurance for a couple of years through my survival job before I actually went. But I went and they were like, oh yeah, you look great. When was that? You were here 6 months ago, right? I'm like, no, I'm brand new. Oh, your teeth look like you just got them. I was like, okay, cool. Glad I got Dad's side of the family. Okay, now you decide to go? Okay. white women. We'll probably cut that. On the x-rays, you know that vest they put on you to protect you from the radiation? Is that what weighted blankets are like? Because that thing is heavy. And I do feel more secure. I do feel there is a moment of calm. Perhaps if they left that on during the scraping, I wouldn't get the headache. Something to consider. Can I ask for that? Now I'm just picturing somebody taking their weighted blanket into the dentist's office with them. That's funny. Have you ever picked up a blanket in a store thinking that it's just a blanket and it's a weighted one, and you like, yeah. It's one of those moments where you're like, am I losing my mind? Am I weak? When did I become so weak? I have done x-rays before where you stand in a thing and you look forward and it just spins around you and it takes like a panorama. Why are they not doing that every time? Instead, I have to do the thing with the pizza table and the this and the that and I'm drooling because of the pizza table and I can't swallow. What's that about? And then at some point they have that foam stuff that they put in like the mouth guard, and you're supposed to sit and you can't swallow it. I remember being terrified of swallowing that stuff as a child because of the way that the dentist phrased it to me. You can't swallow this stuff, so it just slowly starts leaking out the corner of your mouth. And if you have a nice hygienist, they'll give you the little sucky thing so that you could like. And if you don't have a nice hygienist, they'll it's gross. It's gross. I don't like that stuff. I don't like it. It always feels like it's just teetering on the back of your mouth, like I'm gonna jump down your throat and then you're gonna die because they said not to swallow me. I'm gonna do it. I hate that stuff. Do 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 do, mana do 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 do. Also, what is it with medical professions, and so there's that whole thing about like nurses do the majority of the work, and argue in the comments, but it's like the dental hygienist has been doing everything forever, and then the dentist comes in and just kicks the hygienist out of the chair and asks you all the same questions that they just did, and then like pokes around your mouth for like 30 seconds, and they're like, cool, everything's good, bye, and then they're gone. What's that about? Must be nice. Actually, the last time I went with the new dentist, maybe this was just my old dentist that I had for 20 years. Maybe he was just a jerk, but the new one was very nice. I liked him. But given that, if that's the way that most dentists operate, where they just come in and it's like, I don't understand why they have such a high suicide rate. Because isn't that a thing? I feel like that was a statistic at one time that dentists had the highest suicide rate of medical professionals. Am I making that up? Am I spreading false information? I very well could be. I don't fact check. Maybe I should. Should I fact check? Should I start fact checking? I need people to do that for me. So join the Patreon, and maybe I'll hire a fact checker if enough people join the Patreon. At this tier, you get fact checked drive time episodes. So that will do it for this episode of Drive Time about the dentists. I hope you like the video. I hope you subscribe to the channel. And I hope that you do whatever else I'm supposed to tell you to do. So yes, I hope you have a wonderful afternoon, evening, night, morning, whatever it is, wherever you are. And as always, may your drive be better than mine. I just got gas. I tried to do the thing where I made it stop on an even amount, and it was 30.02. And I stared at it and I thought, do I try to make it 30.03 for a palindrome? And I decided not to.